Here we have Professor John Howkins. Welcome. Thank you for your time.
Nice
Good evening. Actually, I would like to ask you the question, how much should be culture self-sufficient, or how much should be culture subsidized by state, by public money?
There are some things that have to be subsidized, like this incredibly wonderful museum of musical instruments, which I think is the best in Europe, probably needs subsidy. But the main role of government is to help people, organizations, artists, cultural entrepreneurs to become self-sufficient, to help them to educate themselves, train themselves, understand the marketplace, so they can connect with audiences, readers, users, so they become self-sufficient in Czech, but also in the rest of Europe.
Now we have a financial crisis, and the government say, okay, hard times are coming, you should tighten your belt, and here, in fact, there will be just very little money for
Yeah. If any government says in this crisis, which is a very serious crisis, if it says in the crisis, we want to give less support to people's culture, to people's art, to people's imaginations, that is completely the wrong way to go. That's in a sense saying all we worry about is banking and finance. We don't worry about culture. We don't worry about what people feel. We don't worry about the quality of life. So that is completely the wrong way to go. I know it's very difficult, but at this moment in time, last week, President Obama in America gave a lot of federal American money to the arts and to culture. The French government in Paris has given money to the arts and culture. The Dutch government has done the same. So the Czech government, I know it's hard, it's so difficult, but you really have to say, we have to continue to support and energize the arts and the culture.
Okay, but let's say that artists are maybe saying that they need 70% of their budget from states. So shouldn't they say, okay, it's crisis, we will need just 30 or 50%?
Well, it's very hard to generalize. There are some things that do need 75%, maybe 100% of the budget from the state. But most of the artists and the creative workers don't. My speciality is the creative economy, which is people being supported, trained, encouraged and helped to work as business people as well as artists. So you get filmmakers, you get TV program producers, you get architects, you get designers, you get musicians who are helped by the government, helped by the industry to flourish as commercial people as well as being artists. It is possible to be an artist and to be a commercial person. There's no conflict.
So it's possible also to not subsidize art at all and to just let it on their own.
Oh, there are some things that must be subsidized. There's no question about that. In my country, England, I live in London, we give huge subsidy to about 5 or 6 major national museums and major national orchestras and to opera. There's no question, every civilized society has to do that. But that's the easy part. The difficult part, but equally important, probably more important, is to train the young people to be musicians, to be curators, to use what we have in our museums to design new clothing.
Okay, but yes, what about this living culture? As you said, musicians, dancers, theaters, independent ones.
Yeah.
They also want the part, so they will feel, of course, just marginalized.
Well, life is difficult. I'm not. The government should not subsidize every dancer. Should not subsidize every writer. That I think is what the communists did. Huh? Okay. I mean, they said if you are a accredited, approved writer, we subsidize you. If you are an accredited dancer, we subsidize you. That's not the right way to go. At all. Being a dancer, being a writer is very tough, very competitive, but you need to have what I call creative economy, where those people can find work, where people will buy what they do because they like it.
So we hope that Czech culture will be better off. I hope so.
I hope so. The new government has to really put that as a priority.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hawkins, for your time.
Okay, thank you very much indeed.